What is wrong with you?
I can't control it. I can't control it. Okay, if y'all curious, I just burped. Anyway, if you are new here, hi, I am Zari.
And I'm Space, the witch.
And this is Witches and Weebs, where the otaku lifestyle, spirituality, fandom, and witchcraft come together to create a harmonious community of witches and weebs and everything in between. We dive into all things mystical, magical, pop culture, witchy, weeby, anything under the sun considered fun. So if you are here, thank you for joining us on our journey to betterment, and we hope that you have as much fun as we do. Jazz hands, it's okay. That's why people like us. We're quirky and eccentric and cool. I'm trying so hard to keep the fucking blurb of the episode off of the screen so we don't see it and accidentally spoil it for ourselves. All right, let's yap for a little bit before we get into episode 20. Hold on, first of all, welcome to Fandom Friday! I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out.
We're a mess this morning. We're a complete mess this morning. We clearly didn't get the vibes out properly before we started this.
Oh my
But
god.
welcome to Witches and Weebs. Yes. Where am I?
We're Fandom Friday!
This is Fandom Friday, where we watch anime together, and we're here with FRIEREN, episode 22, 23, and 24. We're so close to being done already.
I know.
Crazy to think about.
It makes me so sad. Okay, well.
Everybody, we wanted to advance FRIEREN's team, Fern's team. I want to dank into advance just because I want to see an old man advance.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's a man. That is an intelligent, a fucking thorough, a man who can throw fisticuffs. Like my man said.
If he don't have magic, he's like, I don't have any magic. I'm just gonna throw down.
And
I'm just gonna throw down with fists.
And
he got that damn bird.
Yep, he sure fucking did got that bird. I really did enjoy this the sequence of last episodes for this first exam of them catching the bird, because it showcased a bunch of different types of magic that goes on in this world. We got to find out more about the elf that we were talking about around like the first episode, or around the first arc that we saw in the first opening. Little elf lady named.
She is very old.
Siri? What is her name?
Siri. Because she was already ancient by the time she took on Flamme, which was 1,000 years ago. At least. And then now she's still kicking. So my guess is that in this series, elves are just purely immortal and they die when they are killed in battle.
Yep.
And we did learn a little bit about Sirius, that she doesn't believe that she can live in a peaceful world. So she liked having the Demon King around.
Yeah.
She's like, I want magic to get stronger, and demons push magic to be stronger. They create new magic and they hyper focus on this specific magic, and then we develop more magic to challenge them. So she never wanted the Demon King to go down. She was happy with the Demon King being around. So methinks that Sirius is a little bit of a warmonger.
A little bit. I mean, it's a very interesting way to see how humanity advances with magic by having someone like the Demon King be around.
And whereas FRIEREN, despite having the Slayer tag name, is somebody who seeks peace and to just go around finding random silly little spells that make her happy.
Last great maid.
That is not Siri. That is FRIEREN.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just saying the last great mage is not the person that can just gift out spells.
Yep.
It's the person that put down the Demon King.
Yep. Who was trained by Flamme, who was trained by who? Wow, that's crazy. Siri.
So I think it's very interesting that Siri isn't revered as the last great mage, despite the fact that she has all of this magical knowledge in her bag. It's FRIEREN, the person who put down the Demon King.
And has been advancing her magic as she sees fit with the times, despite being someone who casts what kind of how would you describe basic, very like simple but effective spells.
I know what somebody called it. It's like fighting my grandpa.
Yeah, they're very like,
it's old people magic.
I don't want to say ancient, but I'm leaning toward like something similar to ancient is the kind of magic that FRIEREN does, and that's the kind of magic that she's been teaching Fern. And FRIEREN, I said this before in the last episode, it's very easy for FRIEREN to cast her basic magic as quickly as someone who's doing something super flashy, because Space mentioned that because FRIEREN has all of this knowledge that it does take her longer to cast her spells. And so in the same amount of time she's taken to cast this basic, really super strong spell, someone's casting this super flashy, not as strong spell, and FRIEREN's wiping the floor with them.
Yeah, because she is hyper focused on just, okay, I need to not take as long as possible in combat sequences, so basic is best. Focus on basic. What did Bruce Lee say? I would rather not face somebody who's I'd be more afraid of somebody who practiced the same kick 1,000 times over somebody who's practiced 1,000 kicks once.
There's the jack of all trades and the master of one. I fear the master of one, to be honest, because that means they're really good at what they do.
I also like that this is slightly a bit more luck-based of a test, but it also shows their extreme critical thinking.
Yeah.
How far are they willing to go to get this bird? Are they willing to send a big old F you to every team on the fucking map? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are, actually.
FRIEREN always with the shit. FRIEREN is always with the shit.
And then, of course, we also get to see that FRIEREN and Ciri haven't seen each other in 1,000 years, and Ciri knew exactly who broke her fucking thing. And she was like, that's how you say hello, bitch? Damn.
Like, all right, FRIEREN, I got you.
So I'm very excited to see if we get to see more of Ciri this next coming episode, or these next coming episodes.
Yeah, I hope
we've seen a little bit of her now.
I'm excited. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get started.
How dangerous are you?
You might be a little dangerous because you do not want to fight, which means that when you have to fight, you might fighting. Ooh, boy. I love this episode. I'm so happy that they all went to the same restaurant. And I'm so happy, FRIEREN. I thought when she was like, this food, you liar. This doesn't remotely taste the same. But she went on to say, it's so much better. And I was like,
yeah.
I like how all of them ate there.
Ended up at the exact same restaurant. The test of time is really, does it get better or does it get worse? That's the test of time.
Yeah. And
can you improve on it? Or does it just go downhill because some people's senses are worse than others?
Yeah.
And that's the test of time.
And it got better. I was so excited. Oh. I really don't have much to say about this episode. It kind of felt like it was a setup for the next one.
It gave us a little, not a lot happened. It was basically just filler, interpersonal development.
Yeah. And
we see that Stark got to hang out with some bros. Thank goodness, because my man was lonely. Nope, you cannot. Yeah.
You're really hands-on, huh?
大陸魔法協会から農作物を荒らすフレッサーの討伐依頼を受けていてな、前衛を探していたんだ。試験であったな。こいつお前の仲間か。借りてっていい？
どうぞ。
ひどい。
連れてかれちゃったけどいいの？大丈夫でしょう。害が全くありませんでした。同じ人物とは思えないほどに。仕事でオンオフ切り替えるタイプなんじゃねえの？
Yeah, it was like we got to see the dynamics now that they're not in a group and have to think on their toes and battle each other for a bird. They can just kind of chill out, feel each other out, get a relationship with each other going.
We saw a little backstory of like why Urbel didn't go for the kill immediately so that she could copy the magic.
She's a copycat.
She's a copycat. She copies people. But that's not very well respected to the person that she revealed it to.
Yeah.
He was like, I hate you.
見たものを拘束する魔法。その人が得意とする魔法は人生や人間性に大きく関わっている。私は昔からそうなんだ。共感できることでその魔法が使えるようになるし、共感できない魔法は使えない。
なるほどね。君って感覚で魔法を使うタイプなんだ。その魔法がどんな原理で動いているのかも知らずにそのまま使っちゃうタイプ。僕、そういう頭の足りない子嫌いなんだよね。
But he also really had a good point Because you can copy someone's magic all you want to, but if you do not fundamentally understand what you're doing, then there's no point. He called her dim-witted, that was a little harsh, but he still had a really good point. Like, you can copy all you want to, but this all kind of goes into the jack of all trades, master of one that we were literally just talking about earlier. She has no idea how to actually master these spells because she just keeps taking and taking and taking. So I am assuming, don't know that for a fact yet, but I'm just going to go off on a limb here and assume that that's how
my guess is that her magic is the copycat magic. So by copying, that's what she's basically constantly improving on. But at that point, you still don't know the fundamentals of the magic, which means you can't manipulate them either.
Yep.
You can only use them exactly how you saw them the first time.
Yep.
So you can't change them. You can't manipulate them because you don't fundamentally understand what they're doing.
Exactly. And he's like, you can have a, like, even if she was managed to get his clone ability, it's not like she could make him as like potent as his. Like, they probably would just be illusions, where his has like basically a corporeal form, but it's still an illusion.
I'm willing to bet that's why he was a light eater, because it was his clone eating.
Yep. So he didn't have to.
But yeah, other than that, there wasn't a lot that happened this episode at all.
Yeah, but it was very cute. It was very nice. I'm interested in Sense and seeing how, because she seems like the kind of character that's so calm, like FRIEREN. FRIEREN is very calm. FRIEREN's not skittish or erratic or like super boisterous. She's just chill, but she's fucking strong. This girl is chill as fuck, and she's a pacifist. So I'm like, I want to know more about her. There's something about her that's interesting me.
For sure. So I'm excited to get on to the next episode because we're gonna see more of her.
Yeah, for long. We just got for a little bit. Oh my god, they about to fight FRIEREN Shadow. They about to fight FRIEREN Shadow. Oh,
and that's 100% like I said, this is FRIEREN the mage from like FRIEREN the mage that we know is the colored version. This is FRIEREN the Slayer. She about to kill you.
This Shadow is about to she's not holding back. She's not pulling punches. She gonna do everything at full fucking capacity.
All kind of different spells.
Yeah, I love Denkin's like, if this wasn't a trial, I would have fucking shattered my golem and got the fuck up out of here.
Down. I know that man would have opened the door and went,
I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit out. You ain't gotta worry about me. You ain't gotta worry about me.
Blinded.
Flashbang.
電剣あれも対処できるのか
Nope.
No.
一つだけ言えるのはこれが試験でなかったらわしはとうに美を割っておる
God, all right.
Oh, fuck. FRIEREN the Slayer is here.
Okay, I also do love how Fern and FRIEREN are just so cute and dynamic. Sense actually asked Fern a very good question. Why are you here then? And Fern's just like, well, I mean, I became a mage because I have a debt to somebody. And now I just like seeing FRIEREN happy because it makes me happy to see her happy. And Sense is like, good answer. That's a very good answer. Couldn't even be mad at that.
君は魔法の探求を続けているんだ。フリーレン様、楽しそうでしょ。そうだな。私が初めてダンジョンに潜った時も、フリーレン様はガラクタみたいな魔道具を集めて楽しそうに笑っていました。つられて笑ってしまったんです。きっと私はそんなフリーレン様の姿が好きだから。
And I really like that Sense chose those two to follow, and then at some point was like, I think I made a mistake. I think I picked the wrong group to follow. And then after Fern's answer, and she was like, oh no, these two I like. These two are interesting because they're not like the other ones who are just in it for power or money or to be magic. Those two are in it for the pursuit of magic.
Yep, they just love to do magic.
Fern, by extension, because FRIEREN's pursuit of magic makes her happy, makes FRIEREN happy, which in turn makes Fern happy.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think eventually Fern will learn that the pursuit of magic makes her happy as well. That she's just interested in learning magic. Has nothing to do with being the best or whatever. I think FRIEREN's love will rub off on Fern eventually. Yeah.
She's gonna, as she gets older,
really
she's
also,
gonna see that.
I thought I wasn't gonna like Sense, but she's cute. She's real cute, actually.
Sense got some sense. And
Sense got some cute sense, and she was like, yeah, I think I want to follow these two.
And then
nice.
FRIEREN's getting fucking stuck in mimics and shit. She's like, maybe not. But then she got to sit down and talk to them, and Fern actually got to give her an answer, which meant Fern had to do some little introspection herself. And then she's like, okay, yeah, I probably made a good choice. I'm so interested. So if they're fighting FRIEREN's shadow, I'm wondering if FRIEREN and Fern are going to encounter like maybe Sense's shadow or something, because Sense hasn't been down there either too.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sense is probably gonna have a shadow down there as well. They're probably gonna, I think, my guess is that each of these shadows are just in specific rooms, and once you encounter them, you encounter them.
Right.
So my guess is I kind of want them to either encounter Dekins or Ubels. Or the clone guy. I actually would like the clone guy.
I want to see what that fucking clone guy is up to. I'm very curious because I'm pretty sure one of the stipulations was that you couldn't do combat magic. I don't remember. There was a stipulation.
I said that. No, there's no stipulation at all. It's just get to the bottom of the labyrinth. I thought that there was going to be a stipulation because Sense is a pacifist.
Oh, I thought
that she was going to be like.
I thought she did say like no fighting.
No, she just says that I don't like fighting and I don't like combat. This is why this is a dungeon challenge. Find your way to the bottom. You could do that without. She's probably saying there is a way to do that without getting into combat at all through this dungeon. You just have to you have to know the path or be able to sense the right path.
Oh, I'm so excited to get to the next episode.
Dude, I can't wait to see what the fuck. Dude, I can't believe Declan was like, I'd have been out of here if this wasn't a trial.
But we gotta, and he bowed to. So I'm ready for the next episode.
I'm also ready. Let's go. As they have talked about, is that magic in their world is just limited by imagination. What you can think of, you can do. That's the concept.
Yeah, and then she also went on to mention that one of the most important things that a mage could have is resources. And if the only resource that you need is a resource that you can control in and out, then you are like top tier, strong as fuck mage.
The fact that both Fern and FRIEREN don't use any resources, they use their mana, puts them at a slight different. I mean, FRIEREN is a little bit different because she's been stockpiling mana for thousands of years.
Yeah.
But Fern, that puts her at a disadvantage. That gives her a weakness because she's tapped out once her mana's gone.
Right.
She has no other access to any other magic because that's basic combat spells is what she's only been trained as.
Yeah.
However, as Fern brought up in the last bit of this episode, she's probably the only one capable of outclassing FRIEREN based on speed.
Yeah. FRIEREN.
She can react faster than FRIEREN.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see. I'm so excited for the next episodes, dude.
I know, but we're done here.
This was really the setup for the last like 4 episodes.
I know. We got 4 more episodes left, and I'm so excited, but I'm also so sad. Honestly, I kind of hope that Apothecary Diaries and the next season of this don't come out around the same time because I want to watch those separately.
Yeah, I don't know when the second season of this one is coming out, actually. I haven't looked up it at all, but hopefully we won't have to watch them back to back.
And if we do, well, then we just gonna have a lot of Fandom Friday We about to put 2 episodes of Fandom Friday out every week. I don't give a fuck. I want to watch both of them at the same time.
It just be what it be at that point.
It be what it be for real. Shit. Oh my god. Okay.
If that's what happens, If we gotta put 2 Fandom Fridays out a week, so be it.
It is what it is.
So be it. I'll do it in a heartbeat because this shit is delicious, especially this one. Oh my god. This is giving me D&D, like, ideas out the woo-ha. Thank God, because I'm slacking.
I love, like, anything that is a dungeon thing with classes and magic is my cup of tea. I love, I don't know how to explain it.
And
I
this
just love
feels,
it.
and this luckily feels like they've actually played D&D and played some level of tabletop, because this dungeon feels like a real dungeon. There's hidden rooms that aren't on the map. There's treasure that is completely trash, and treasure that is good, and then treasure that is mediocre at best.
And then you've got the
And
mobs
Frieren had
and
to-
combat sequences and stuff.
Frieren had to find all of it. There was traps, there was gargoyles that came alive. So this one feels like a real dungeon. The problem I have with some of these shows like this is that the dungeons never really feel like dungeons. They just feel like a room.
Like a little
You walk in
combat
and there's-
room.
Exactly.
Like
This
there's no
felt like-
exploration or anything, and they're actually exploring the ins and outs of these dungeons and coming into some sort of I can't figure out words today, and it's kind of pissing me off. But some sort of encounter.
Yes. Well, I mean, that's the word for it in D&D if you read the books. It's encounter.
Yeah.
So that fits pretty easy. But they're having multiple levels of encounters that aren't just combat.
Yeah.
They had literally an encounter when they were sitting in that room talking about FRIEREN, and that was an encounter. That was a role play moment. That was them looking at fucking magical items that they collected through all the rooms and figuring out what is good. So I really liked this episode as well. I love the fact that there's a lot of interpersonnel stuff, and obviously Ubel knew from the get-go that she was with a clone.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. She probably is also aware that the new guy that showed up, still a clone.
Yeah, Bro said, I don't trust anybody, so there's no telling
Clones
who's
only.
him and what's a clone. And I fear that when we get to the real him, he might die. I fear.
My thing is, I don't even think we're ever going to meet his real body right now.
Nah.
I think before the end of the series, we're not going to meet his real body. He's only going to interact with us through clones. And my guess is, here's theory, he passes. My thing is, I think that this whole group is going to pass. At least a majority of them.
Yeah, because we've
So they're
already
all gonna
lost two
become
of
first.
them.
Yeah, so we've lost 2 of them, and I think the rest, like Denkin and all of them, and Ubel and Four Eyes Land are probably going to pass. And Siri is going to be the one that... So you took this whole test with clones. She's going to immediately call him on his bullshit.
I mean, hey, listen, they said that if you can pass these tests, then you are worthy of being a first-class mage. Do what you gotta do. And they are doing what they gotta do.
I think she's going to love it. Personally, I think Siri's going to think it's fucking hilarious, actually. She's going to be like, is that why you didn't even show up here, bitch?
Am I a joke to you?
Exactly. She's going to be like, am I a joke to you? So I think we're gonna have fun when that happens. If it happens.
If it happens.
I hope to God it.
Someone in that group of people will definitely be able to sense where he actually is. For sure.
I think it's either FRIEREN or Siri. I think it's gonna be those 2. Because I don't think I don't think he's like really close. I think he's pretty decent away. If it was closer, I would also say Fern if he was like in the same city, but I don't even think he's in the same city.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of like, probably a lot of conditions maybe for him being able to do that, like range and
I think
duration
there's
and stuff.
There's probably a range on it. I'm willing to say that there's a range on it. I don't know about duration because the man has had it up for like 3 days in a row.
Yeah, there's
So-
a lot. There's so much speculating we can do on how he does his things that like the sky's the limit.
Truthfully, that man's motherfucking creative and powerful to be able to do that. Like, he's literally had to been just practicing his magic since the beginning of time. Since he woke up. He came out of the womb and was like, clone.
He came out the womb as a clone. He's still in the womb till this day, to be honest. He got his clone out there living his life, grown up and everything. That man is a baby.
But I love the fact that we got to see a lot of interpersonal stuff. And this last episode was kind of more, oh, we're going to go into combat now. It was warming us up for combat. But the last 3 episodes were definitely just interpersonal character development, kind of, we get to learn a little bit more about each of these characters.
Yeah.
And that's really important because otherwise I probably wouldn't give a shit about Land or Ubel or any of these other characters.
At all.
Now I do.
And
now I
love-
want to see them interact.
And this all goes back to Duncan saying that we will have a better chance if we just stick together. And guess what the fuck is happening? They're having to stick together anyway. So they should have just listened to him from the get-go. But people have egos, and it is what it is. And whatever happens to them is their own issue.
It's also, I think, about the fact that a lot of them don't trust each other and don't trust anybody. Which is fair.
And that's honestly, I can't blame them for that.
After the last test where one of the team went FRIEREN.
Lake. Y'all was about to let us fucking thirst to death. Y'all was about to make us dehydrated and die.
Literally,
for a fucking
I don't blame them.
Bitch.
I don't blame them for being a little saucy about it. But I also have come to really like Sense.
I
did not think I was
too.
did not think I was gonna like her at all, but actually I understand when somebody says that they're a pacifist, you know damn well that they will beat the fuck out of you.
Yup.
It took a lot of violence and a lot of anger and a lot of rage to become a pacifist. It takes a lot of fighting to realize I don't like doing this shit.
Yeah, and it's either that or it's like, I know what I can do to you. I have no desire to do that to you. So I'm just not gonna fight at all, because if I fight you, you die. There's no real competition here. So I'm just gonna chill. And if I'm needed somewhere that's stronger than me, then I'll help. But as for right now, there's no need for me to do something that you can't do on your own.
Exactly. And Sense's power is cool.
Let's wrap this up because we've been yapping and yapping and yapping.
We did yap a lot today. There was a lot to yap about, even though not a lot happened, but we enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah.
It just shows you that interpersonal character development moments are really, really important.
Yeah, we
Can't
like
be all
action
actional.
These things.
Can't be all action all the time. So I guess we're gonna see you guys next week, maybe.
Yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up because you like us so much. Leave us some comments letting us know how you felt about these 3 episodes. If you agree with some of what we were saying, if you disagree with some of what we were saying, or if you just have opinions of your own that you want to share, make sure you leave those in the comments so we can yap to y'all too, because a community that yaps together stays together. Please subscribe to us too and turn that notification bell on so you know when we are uploading new videos, because who doesn't want to be first in line?
We have 69 subscribers. No one can follow us ever again. Sorry. Actually, I lied. We have to have the funny number for the rest of forever. Or you have to have so many people that we get 100 subscribers and we're 169 for the Kikis.
And we have to make sure that any number that we get has to have 69 in it because we're so mature and so funny.
We're such grown-ups.
We're literal adults. We're so cool and so grown and so mature, and people are like, wow, those are some adults. Like, we are the ideal adults. Oh my god.
I'll also settle for any number that has 420 in it.
Oh yeah, you know what? Let's get to 420 69 subscribers. How about that?
Yes. Yeah. We're so
mature. Okay. So what do we got going on next week? Yeah, just show us to your friends because we're so cool. I don't know what we're putting out next week, so I'm not even going to try to talk about it. But next week we will be having FRIEREN episode 25, 26, and 27 next week. Oh, and that's going to be so exciting. And then the week after, we're going to have the final episode and then our overall review.
From 28, we'll do we'll give you numbers, we'll give you 9 out of 10, blah, 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 all that stuff directly afterwards. And sometimes, depending on how the series finishes when we do this, we might include that in a separate episode.
Oh yeah, that's a good point too.
Please enjoy. We'll see you guys next week, I guess.
And remember, everybody,
stay magical, stay mystical, and stay whimsical. We will see you next time.
Yeah! Bye, everybody.